Welcome back to the class, dear students. So in today's class, I will be discussing an essay, Everything I Need to Know I Learned in the Forest, written by Vandana Shiva. And Vandana Shiva, born in the year 1952, is an Indian ecologist and renowned activist for biodiversity, and she has written a number of books. And this particular essay was written in the Yes magazine. It is an article, What Would Nature Do? So she wrote this article in which she has written this particular part, Everything I Need to Know I Learned in the Forest. So it is an essay written by Vandana Shiva. So in this essay, Vandana Shiva is discussing about her early life, her early education, how uneducated women of Himalayan region taught Vandana Shiva about nature, about forest, about biodiversity. My ecological journey started in the forests of Himalaya. She is saying that our journey of ecology is started in the Himalayan region. Ecology, it is a branch of biology which deals with interactions between organisms and the environment. So ecology, in the sense, it is about each and every living organism in this environment. So her journey of ecology started in the Himalayan region, and her father is a forest conservator, forest preserver, and Vandana Shiva's mother, she fled from Pakistan. After the partition, Vandana Shiva's mother left Pakistan and came to India, and there she became a farmer. So our mother is a farmer and father is a forest conservator. Himalayan forests and ecosystem thought I learned most of what I know about ecology. Most of her education about ecology. ಪರಿಸರ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ, ಎಕಾಲಜಿ, ಪರಿಸರ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ತುಂಬ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಹಿಮಾಲಯನ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಎಕೋಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಪರಿಸರ, ಎಕಾಲಜಿ, ಪರಿಸರ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ. Whatever she has learned about ecology, it is from the Himalayan forests. And the songs and the poems her mother composed were about the nature. They were about trees, forests, and India's forest civilization. Our mother used to sing songs, write poems on nature and forest and about India's forest civilization. Vandana Shiva's involvement, or she as an activist, that movement started from Chipko movement, a non-violent response to the large-scale deforestation that was taking place in the Himalayan region. Chipko movement basically is a movement that started in the year 1973, and the leader, the one who led Chipko movement, is Sundarlal Bahuguna. And this movement, it started in Uttarakhnd's Mandal village. So this is a particular village where Chipko movement started. This movement, initiated because there was deforestation. People were cutting trees to take the timber, to use it for other commercial uses like building construction and other issues. To stop that deforestation, to stop people from cutting trees, this Chipko movement was started, Appiko movement. So what they used to do is, they would go and hug that tree to stop the person from cutting the trees. ಮರ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತಡೆಯೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು, ಹೋಗಿ ತಕ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಅಪ್ಪಿಕೋ ಚಳುವಳಿ, ಚಿಪ್ಕೋ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಚಳುವಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂಡಲ್ ವಿಲೇಜ್, ಉತ್ತರಾಖಂಡ ಮಂಡಲ್ ವಿಲೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1973 ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು. ಅಂಡ್ ವಂದನಾ ಶಿವಾಸ್ ಜರ್ನಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ ಚಿಪ್ಕೋ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್. In 1970s, peasant women, farmers from Vandana Shiva's region in Garhwal, that is a place, had come in defense to protect forest. To protect forest, these women of Garhwal village started a movement, Chipko movement. Logging here means cutting of the tree, cutting and separating timber. Timber, it is a kind of wood that is used in buildings and other carpentries. So to take that wood, to separate that timber from trees, they used to cut trees. To stop it, logging is cutting and separating the timber, the kind of wood from the trees. Because of the logging, because of due to excessive cutting of trees, destruction of forest, it has led to landslides, floods, scarcity of water. Fodder, it is a cattle food. Fuel, since women. So due to deforestation, when you cut trees, because of excessive destruction of forest, it has led to landslides and scarcity of water. There is no water because of deforestation. Also, there is no fodder, cattle food that is to be given to the cattle. There is no food, there is no fodder, no water. There are landslides taking place, and there is no fuel. Fuel is that these women use to cook food in the place. And the one who is basic provider of all this, the one who has to go out and carry the water, bring food for the cattle, whose responsibility it is woman. So now it is burdened. It is women are burdened because of deforestation. There is no water, there is no food for cattle. This has resulted in heavier burden on these women. They have to take a long walks, where a woman knew that the real value of forest was not timber, but springs, streams, food for the cattle, fuel for the earths, fireplace where they can prepare food. These women knew that the forest, real value, real importance of forest is not timber that is used for other commercial purpose, but why forest is important is for its springs, for its streams, for water and for the food. That is why forest is important. It is not to be used for building constructions. And to preserve all of this, women declared that they would hug the trees, loggers would have to kill them. So since they are the providers of all of these, for the water, everything, women had to take long walks. They had to walk a lot in order to bring all of this home. So now they decided we need to protect forest in order to protect the nature, in order to get sufficient water, get sufficient cattle food. For that, we have to protect the forest. So the women decided that they would go and hug the trees. So if the person is going to cut the tree, he has to kill these women first and then cut the trees. And they used to sing songs, folk songs. These beautiful oaks and rhododendrons, they give us cool water. Don't cut these trees, we have to keep them alive. This is the song. They say that these trees, they give us water, so don't cut them. We have to save these trees. So this is how Chipko movement took place, and this greatly inspired who? Vandana Shiva. So this influenced her, and there was growth of love towards forest and nature. In 1973, when Vandana Shiva had gone to Himalayan region to swim, she realized that flow of water now has reduced to trickle. The stream, that flow of water, now it is a trickle, means a small flow. Due to deforestation, there is no water at all. So then she decides to volunteer in Chipko movement, and that's how she participates in Chipko movement. She spent a vacation by doing padayatras, walking pilgrimage, documenting the deforestation and work of the forest activities, spreading the message of Chipko. So she participated in Chipko movement. She did padayatras and tried to help others, educate others regarding Chipko movement, regarding the importance of forest. So the movement basically is against cutting of trees, is against deforestation. They want to save forest. They want to save nature and trees. She next moving on tells us a dramatic story in which during this Chipko movement in the village of Advani in 1977, there is a woman called Bachini Devi. This woman, she protested against her own husband. And why? Because her husband was contracted. He got the contract to cut the forest. And due to that contract, Bachini Devi protested resistance. She led, she refused. She opposed her own husband. She stopped him from cutting trees, and along with her, all the other women lightened lamps in a broad daylight. It was a broad daylight. In the morning, they lightened lanterns as a symbolically, and then when the forester, when the man, people questioned them, they said, the woman replied, "We have come to teach you forestry." So the woman says that we have come here to teach you how to do forestry, how to preserve forest, how to take care of forest. And that man, he says, "You foolish woman, do you know how important timber is? Do you know the value of forest?" He says, timber can be used for everything, to do papers, benches, buildings. And do you even know the importance of timber and resin, that sticky substance which is used to do glues? So that resin and timber is very important. Do you even know the value of it? We need to cut the trees to get timber and resin, and this can be used in everywhere. So how foolish you women are to stop us from cutting the trees. This man says, for that, these women sang song. What do forests bear? What do forests carry with them? What do forests give us? It gives us soil, water, pure air. Soil, water and pure air sustain the earth and all she bears. Save the earth and all that she bears. If you save earth, if you stop cutting the trees, she can give us soil, water and pure air. So this is about her initial days, about Vandana Shiva's initial days, how she participated in Chipko movement. Our Tayi farmer, Tande forest conservator. And our Tayi songs, poems by nature matte forest ಬಗ್ಗೆ. So Vandana Shiva ಪರಿಸರ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನೇ ಕಲಿತಿದ್ರು ಅದು ಯಾವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಿಮಾಲಯನ್ ರೀಜನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಅನ್ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್ ವುಮನ್, ಏನು ತಿಳಿದೇ ಇರುವಂತ ವುಮನ್, ಅವರಿಂದ ವಂದನಾ ಶಿವ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲಿತಿರೋದು ಪರಿಸರದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಇವ್ರು ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅವ್ರ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಚಿಪ್ಕೋ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವರು ಚಿಪ್ಕೋ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಪಾದಯಾತ್ರೆಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಅರಿವು ಮೂಡಿಸೋಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನೇಚರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಮರಗಳನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ಕತ್ತರಿಸಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ. ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಘಟನೆಗಳನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ನೇಚರ್ ಇಂದ ಫುಡ್, ಕ್ಯಾಟಲ್ಗೆ ಫುಡ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ದನ ಕರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಫುಡ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಾಟರ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಡಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಾಕೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿಗುವಂತ ನೇಚರ್ನ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವುಮನ್ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೀರು ತರೋದು ಹೊತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು, ವುಮನ್. ಸೊ ಈ ವುಮನ್ ಏನ್ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮರನ ಹಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಈಗ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಸಾಯಿಸಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮರ ಕತ್ತರಿಸಿ ಅಂತ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಬಚನಿ ದೇವಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮಹಿಳೆ ಅವಳ ಸ್ವಂತ ಗಂಡನ ವಿರುದ್ಧನೇ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಅವಳ ಗಂಡ ಮರ ಕತ್ತರಿಸಕ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಕತ್ತರಿಸಿ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಬೆಳಕಿರುವಂತ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲೂ ಲ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋದವ್ರು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ಟಿಂಬರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೇಸಿನ್ ಗಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮರ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಇದೆ ಮರ ಕತ್ತರಿಸೋದ್ರಿಂದ. ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ಕಲಿತೀರಾ ನೀವು, ಫೂಲಿಶ್ ವುಮನ್ ನೀವು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಇವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನೇಚರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಸಾಯಿಲ್, ವಾಟರ್, ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಏರ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಸಸ್ಟೈನ್ ನೇಚರ್, ಸೇವ್ ನೇಚರ್. ನಾವು ನೇಚರ್ನ ಉಳಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಇವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು first part. In the second part ಏನಂದ್ರೆ beyond monocultures. So monoculture, it is a type of agriculture in which only one crop is grown. Monoculture ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಏಕರೂಪತೆ, ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಾಪ್ ನ ಅಷ್ಟು ವಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇವರು ಈ ಮೋನೋಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನವಧಾನ್ಯ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ನವಧಾನ್ಯ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇಷ್ಟರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಚಿಪ್ಪೋ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ I learned a lot from Chippo movement. I learned about biodiversity and biodiversity living economics. Biodiversity ಅಂದ್ರೆ varieties of life, animals, plants, human beings, all of us living organisms including plants who are living on this earth. Biodiversity includes all plants, lives, animals. So from Chipko movement I learned about biodiversity, Jiva Vaidya. I learned about biodiversity based economies, in the sense how we can improve economical condition with the help of biodiversity. So in our book Monocultures of the Mind, this is a book written by Vandana Shiva. So in that book I have explained about all of this. I have explained about my life mission. The failure to understand biodiversity and its functions is at the root of impoverishment of nature and culture. Impoverishment, poverty. She is saying that if we fail to understand biodiversity, Jiva Vaividyate, idana ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಸೋತ್ರೆ, that itself is the main reason for poverty. So I'll continue this in